Hello and welcome to Flipped Maths with Mrs. D. Hoog. Today our topic is cluster multiplication strategy, and we are learning to use this strategy to solve multiplication problems. Now, the cluster strategy has been also known to be called the split and multiply strategy, just to let you know. So please remember to stop, rewind and re-watch the video if you need to. Just take this off. Just some important information before we get started with some examples. Multiplication is when you add a number to itself a certain number of times. And remember that a strategy is just one plan, approach or method, one way of figuring out something. So in this case, the cluster multiplication strategy is just one way of working out multiplication problems. There are lots. So we're just going to look at this first example. I'm just going to bring it up a little bit closer. There we go. Basically with this strategy, you're basically breaking up the bigger number and then multiplying those parts of the bigger number by one of the digits, or in this case it's 7. So step 1, expand the number 26 into separate tens and ones. So 26 can also be written as, or it is the same as, 10 and 10 and 6. And notice I've got the two tens here, they're both purple because they're tens, and then the 6 is in the ones, it's worth the ones, 6 ones. So 26 is the same as, or it equals 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 6. So step 2, once you've broken up the biggest number into smaller bits, you then multiply and use the times tables and multiply those smaller numbers, 10, 10 and 6, by 7. So first of all we go 10 times 7 is 70. So it's just 10 times the number up here, 7, because these bits here are broken up, 26 broken up. So 10 times 7 is 70, 10 times 7 is 70, and 6 times 7 is 42. And then all you need to do is the final thing, which is add the totals. And in this case, it's just adding these three numbers here together. 70 plus 42 equals 182. And so 26 times 7 is 182. And I'm just going to show another example. This one here is of a bigger number, so 50 or bigger numbers multiplying together. Here we would call these two-digit, multiplying two digits, I'll just get this in, there we go. Two digits by two-digit numbers. Multiplying them together. The first step, it's the same as the last one. Expand the number 58 into separate tens and ones. So I'm just expanding the biggest number here into smaller bits. So I'm separating it into 58 is the same as 50 and 8. You could put 10 and 10 and 10, sorry, 10 and 10 and 10 and 10 and 10 and 8, but I'm just going to make it simpler for myself. But feel free with these sorts of questions to break up the 58 into tens, as I had suggested before. The next step is number 2. Expand the number 12 into 8 separate tens and ones. So also expanding this number up here. So we've broken down 58 to 50 and 8, and 12 is being broken up into 10 and 2. And then this one should say step 3, but that's alright, I'll just quickly fix it now. Step 3. Step 4. Step 3, use the times tables and multiply those smaller numbers, so 50 and 8, by 10, and then multiply 50 and 8 by 2. So 50 times 10 is 500, and then 8 times 10 is 80. So we've done multiplying by 10, which is 10 off the 12, and now we've got 2 left in the 12. 50 times 2 is 100, and then we've got 8 times 2 is 16. So this is just breaking it up into smaller parts. Practice makes perfect, so remember that we are going to be able to practice this afterwards. So once you've got these small totals, you just add them up to find the major total, to find out basically what 58 multiplied with 12 equals, or 58 times 12. And we've got 50 plus 80 plus 100 plus 16 equals 696. So 58 times 12 is 696. So this is just one way of working out multiplication problems, just splitting them up and then multiplying them and then adding them, the small totals, to find the main total at the end. So remember just to pause the video at any time if anything isn't making sense. I'll put these down here, and we've just got 15, it's practice time, so please record your working out and your answers on your homework sheet. We've got 15 times 5, 51 times 3, 78 times 2, some challenges, 95 times 65, 36 times 41, and 525 times 5. So remember to pause the video. I will just come a little bit closer just in case it's hard to read. So remember to pause the video so that you can answer the questions and have a go. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video, and just remembering that we were learning to use the cluster method or the cluster strategy to solve multiplication problems. And thank you for listening to and watching the video.